Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZSN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Warriors tonight in this preseason game against the Warriors tonight. Unfortunately, the Lakers fall to the Warriors in preseason, 111 to 119. And there was just a lot of things that just didn't go well for the Lakers tonight. And let me first by saying this is the preseason, so we should not overreact to some of the players not getting their shots go in. That's mainly the reason that the Lakers lost this game is because of the lack of shooting, a horrible shooting night for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes down to it. So I want to get into the stats and everything, but once again, guys, this is the preseason. Lots of mistakes will happen, and make no mistake, there will be some in the regular season as well. But I think with the more practice, with the more effort that we will see from them in preseason, I think they will correct some things and maybe hopefully play much better once the regular season begins. And the good the good news is the Lakers only have two preseasons remaining, and it's a back-to-back preseason game. So I believe there's one on Thursday against the Suns, and the final game will be on Friday against the Warriors, ironically. So, it's going to be these two preseasons. Hopefully, we'll see some more progress from all of our Lakers when it comes to our rotational players, because there's a lot of you know there was not a lot of effort when it came to some of our starters in this game, and mainly this preseason, because I think they're trying to save up more of their energy once the regular season begins, and it's kind of the vibe that I'm getting so far from our starting lineup because we already know what they're capable of being in the regular season. But when it came down to it, and especially Anthony Davis, who we'll get to him in just a bit, when it comes down to his great performance out there tonight. So. But that's the type of thing that we see some starters in preseason games where they just don't play to the best of their abilities because they're trying to save all their energies for the more games than the preseason. So, and rightfully so. It's mainly for the rotation players, our backup players, players like even rookies as well, and Dalton Connect as well. We will get to him in just a bit as well and his performance out there. But that's just the nature of the preseason when it comes down to it. I mean, it's not something that we should obviously overreact to. But at the same time, this is the same roster that it was last season, and they've been lacking when it comes to their shooting efforts and their defensive efforts as well. So it's the same roster what it is, and still the same old criticisms when it comes to their rotation and this team. So not anything new. So but guys, before I get into the stats and showing you guys just who balled out and who showed up, who did it in this game, please be sure to like this live stream. And of course, follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. So if you show me the love support, guys, let's continue the love support on this channel, and of course all over social media. The more support that I get, the more you'll get all the news, rumors, updates, speculations about the Los Angeles Lakers. And the most recent one, if you guys follow me on Facebook, and also if you subscribe to the channel on the community tab, there's a lot of news that have been emerging when it comes to the Lakers and them finding it big. I also uploaded a video a couple days ago when it comes to the Lakers and their interest in finding another big. So, and that's mainly the reason why the Lakers are not playing well this preseason when it comes to their efforts defensively, is because of the lack of bigs. And we saw half the time that the lineups were a mixture of just Jackson Hayes and Anthony Davis playing the big, and half the time we see LeBron playing the big as well next to Jackson Hayes in this game, ironically in the preseason as well. So there's still some flaws to the Lakers' big position, and also when it comes to their just defense effort that we haven't been seeing so well in this preseason. That's why I hope that a trade or something will happen when it comes to um, the Lakers roster when it comes down to it. Once we reach December, uh, when it comes down to it, and I know the Lakers are interested in Nick Richardson, or Richards, I believe. Yeah, Richards of the Charlotte Hornets. What's his name? Um, Jonas Valanciunas of the Washington Wizards. But there's just a plethora of bigs that the Lakers could look at to improve once we reach that particular date in December. I believe December 15th. Once all players are available for trade when it comes down to it. So we just have to wait and see about that. But other than that, I mean, without further ado, guys, and please, once again, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and of course, follow me all across social media. Once again, I really appreciate it. And I'm seeing the comments coming in from Daniel. Welcome to the live stream. I really appreciate you joining. You were there. I hope you enjoyed something in this game, but I personally liked just some things from the game when it comes to Dalton Connect and how Anthony Davis played in the game. But other than that, I mean, the rest of the team, not a lot of effort. You can just tell they just were just. I felt that they were like deers in a headlight when it comes to them playing in this game, especially when LeBron was playing. They were just so like out of place when LeBron was playing. And I don't know, it was just a weird vibe that I felt in this game that just didn't go right. Hopefully, you felt the same way, Daniel. And yeah, it was a bad loss when it comes down to it. Obviously, the lack of shooting. The Lakers shot around 24% from the three. So that tells you right there Lakers still need to improve when it comes to their shooting, especially from our rotational players and Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell. But once again, like I said from the beginning, this is preseason, so we're probably not seeing the best from our players in this preseason game. So we should not really overreact when it comes to the Lakers and them not shooting well, or just players in general not playing as much minutes in preseason, because it is the preseason. So we should not really overreact to the Lakers losing in preseason games. It's mainly for the rotation players, in my opinion, for them to develop and them showing up when it comes to the starters sitting out. So that's the main priority, and also just our rookies as well. I mean, even Dalton Connect. I mean, he had a great night in my opinion when it comes to his scoring. I mean, that was mainly due to garbage time, but at the same time, I mean, we're seeing some glimpse in him this preseason that he can be a really good guy coming off the bench for us as the sixth man, seventh man coming off the bench when it comes down to it. So, and it's just also X Christie. For him, he's having a big role this upcoming season. So this is his year to really show up for the Los Angeles Lakers as well. So there's plethora of others out of the rotations for our second unit to really step up when it comes down to it. So as part of the second unit for just to step up, when it comes to rotation. So um, but yeah, I mean, without a doubt, this is a type of situation where, it's just all about the rotations, in my opinion, when it comes to preseason. Not so much for the starters. But without further ado, let's just get to the stats. Let me just pull up the stats just real quick so you guys can check them out. Here we go. So, as you can see, guys, the Lakers lost to the Golden State Warriors, 111-97. So, this is preseason once again. So, this is a situation where, those scores and the results do not matter. I mean, as of right now, the Golden State Warriors are on a 5-0 winning streak in preseason. So, ironically enough, I mean, this is a bit of a surprise, but at the same time, it is preseason, so we should not really care so much about the record. So, but let's get into the starting lineups tonight. And guys, I just have to say I was very impressed by the the Lakers starting lineup, especially from our player of the game in Anthony Davis out there tonight. I mean, I'm here to tell you guys right now, he is ready for the regular season. So if somehow JJ Redick decides to have Anthony Davis sit out for 2 games remaining of the preseason, I mean, why not? The more just to preserve Anthony Davis and his health so he can be ready to go on day one of the regular season. I mean, that's where things matters the most because records and stats, all that matter in the regular season than it is preseason. So when it comes down to it, I mean, he balled out. I mean, I really had the type of feeling that we are going to see the best out of him this upcoming season. Now, I hope that, but I think this time, not really hope, but let me rephrase what I was trying to say. I think this time around, when it comes to the season for Anthony Davis, I think we're going to see more effort coming from him when it comes to shooting, really. He said he wants to improve on his shooting, become the 2019 Anthony Davis when it comes to the 2020 championship in his first year with the Lakers. He shot around like 33, 32% from the three as a big. And lately, or, what was it, like 5 years now with the Lakers? Um, he hasn't been the best shooter for the Lakers. I mean, he hasn't really been shooting at all for the Lakers. He's mainly been a scorer, a dominant scorer, a dominant big rebounder, defensive player. I mean, he's just been an all around player. But the only lack to him was that he was just not shooting as a power forward slash center in this league. And, he's going to potentially do that this upcoming season. So expect to see that from him when it comes down to it. But I still like Anthony Davis as a guy who can score, who can grab rebounds and all that. So he's just a type of dominant player that he basically top five, top top 10 best player in the league when it comes to the big positions. So my hope is that he has a really good um, uh, this upcoming season. Maybe gets defensive player of the year this time around. I mean, that's just me. I really hope that he does, and I think I speak for everyone here when it comes down to that. But hopefully it happens. But we just have to wait and see about that. So. But continuing on to the stats and what we saw tonight. I mean, like I said, Anthony Davis had a great night. Went 10 of 14 from the field. Shot 1 3. No, missed 1 3. Only made 1 3 uh, with that miss. So obviously he's trying to, like I was mentioning, trying to show that he can shoot and try to go in. But obviously he's just hasn't shown his best shooting effort this preseason, but we saw some glimpses here and there that he does make them at times, but not in the best way. So it is what it is. But at the same time, I hopefully we see more better sides of things when it comes to his scoring and his rebounding and his blocks and steals and all that. So and he showed it tonight with 12 rebounds and 1 block, 1 steal, and scored 24 points in the preseason against the Golden State Warriors out there tonight. So just a great night for Anthony Davis out there tonight. And, we've seen some effort when it comes to some of the starting lineups out there. I mean, Rui Hachimura had a pretty good performance at 15 points. Hopefully we'll see that type of numbers for, Rui Hachimura on a regular basis in the regular season when it comes down to it. I mean, 15 points is not bad for Rui Hachimura. Had 1 block, 1 steal, 9 rebounds. I mean, that's really important for the Lakers to really improve on their rebounding and their offensive rebounding as well. I mean, the lack of effort last season was that the Lakers couldn't grab those offensive rebounds. I think they ranked like 27, like in the NBA when it comes to rebounding. So that's the type of trait that I hope Lakers will improve on going into the regular season, hopefully. And even though this is still the same old roster, I still think the Lakers will hopefully improve on their efforts of grabbing those offensive rebounds when it comes down to it. Anytime they miss a shot, or anything. I just think that they should really improve on that particular area of their game because we kind of witnessed it tonight that there was not a lot of effort. I mean, Lakers missed a lot of shots, but they just couldn't grab those offensive rebounds enough. So I think as a total, I'm trying to scroll down so you guys can see it. As a total, the Lakers had 15 offensive rebounds compared to their defensive rebounding with 35 as a total 50 rebounds for the team. And obviously Anthony Davis leads that in the category. So just a great job out there for Anthony Davis. But at the same time, good effort out there for Rui Hachimura and his scoring efforts and his rebounding out there tonight. Went 4 of 4 from the free throw line as well. So, and that's my hope. Also, the Lakers will improve on their free throw attempts. Anytime that they get fouled, they have to make them all, so we can because you can win games that way as well when it comes down to it. So, but just a great job out there for Rui Hachimura out there tonight. And then you have LeBron James, who did not have the best game out there. Not really, negative 13 when it comes to his effort out there tonight. Had 6 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds, and didn't make any threes, any free throws. Only played for 23 minutes and went 3 of 9 from the field. So not the best effort from with LeBron James out there tonight. But once again, this is preseason. I don't think he's trying to put a lot of effort in preseason to show that, you know, he needs to improve or anything like that because this is LeBron James we're talking about. So in any given night, and plus, you could just tell in this game that he wasn't really feeling it. And most of the players, including the rotational players, when he was on the floor, they were just like I said in the beginning of this live stream, was that he was just deers in a headlight and just didn't want uh, just allowing LeBron James just to score when it came down to it. So, and it was just pretty sad to see that every time LeBron James sits out, the Lakers' efforts really decline when he's sitting on the bench. And we saw multiple times that it does happen, and just not a lot of effort from our rotational players. That's why I hope once the trade deadline, or maybe February or December, excuse me, comes about, that we improve on our rotational players, hopefully, and just get some much needed help from certain areas in our game, maybe at the big position mostly, and also maybe the small forward as well. I mean, with Vando still being out and just the lack of the position there, I think we need to find another small forward to back up LeBron James. If knock on wood, if something happens to LeBron and he's out for a lengthy period due to injury, the possibilities of us or somebody stepping up in that particular position, it's going to be difficult because I don't think like somebody like Cam Reddish or our rookie in Dalton Connect could potentially step in and somehow be the small forward for us for the Lakers. But it just sort of remains to be seen. And for some reason they haven't marked that LeBron is playing small forward, but for some reason I thought he was playing power forward for some reason. I'm not so sure what's going on there, but for some reason, the lack of that particular position still needs to be improved, in my opinion. Because with Vando, as I said, still out, and Christian Wood, the big and small forward esque players in that particular position is still a bit worrisome when it comes to the Lakers going into the regular season, in my opinion. So the big for sure is number one priority. But if Lakers can find a potential small forward, at that particular position, uh, in visa trade, I think it will really help the Lakers in that particular area as well. So we just have to wait and see what Rob Pelinka and the Lakers will do once we reach December, or at the trade deadline, when it comes to making some trades happen. So, but yeah, I mean, just not a best effort from LeBron James out there tonight. But I'm not going to really put a lot of shade into that because it is preseason after all. So, same goes for D'Angelo Russell. He did play for 30 minutes, though. kind of surprised that he played that many minutes, but for some reason, he just had same situation with LeBron. I mean, just not the best performance out there for him. I mean, he had 6 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. He did have 2 steals and 1 block, and he did go toe to toe with Steph Curry in this game. I mean, I believe he made a shot and did the shimmy, and I think vice versa with Steph Curry to him as well. I mean, they were kind of having fun out there. So, this was pretty entertaining, but at the same time, I mean, this was not the best performance out of D'Angelo Russell out there tonight. But again, I keep referring to the Lakers and their starting lineups that this is preseason after all. So we should not see the best out of our players because we need to preserve them for them to really show up in the regular season. So uh, that's why we're not going to see the best out of this Lakers team in preseason and from our starting lineup, when it comes down to it. So, but once the regular season begins, I think it'll be a whole different story. Then you have Austin Reeves who had 13 points out there tonight, had 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and went 2 of 6 from the three and 3 of 8 from the field. Missed one free throw, went 5 of 6 from the free throw line. So, and I think Austin Reeves, when it comes to that particular area of his game, he will help us win games when it comes to that as well. And I think I speak for all of us when it comes down to it. Lakers really, if they get fouled, I just hope that they make all of their free throws because they shot 85%, or if you want to round it up, 86% from the free throw line. So, if you make those, I mean, you obviously win games that way, but obviously you need to improve on your shooting because the Lakers did shoot around 26%, I believe. Yeah, 24% from the three, I believe. Yeah, or it is 27, but at the end of the third quarter, they were shooting around 24% from the three. So once again, it was a bad shooting night for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes down to it. And I mean, Rudy Hachimura alone, I mean, look at that. I mean, he went 1 of 5 from the three. And at one point, Dalton Connect had a bad shooting night. I mean, still did shoot 5 of them, but that was during garbage time. But again, 5-13 from the three, it was pretty bad, shooting efforts for him because of the attempts. And all of them really were doing that. I mean, Max Christie went 0 of 3. Bronny James, I mean, that's so much we have to focus on his performance in this season, in my opinion. But at the same time, he still go 0 of 3 from the three, and and Gabe Vincent went 0 of 2. So it was pretty bad for the Lakers to shoot the way that they did, and hopefully some improvements during training camp and maybe from now until the regular season, maybe they'll get their act together and shoot better in the regular season. But we just have to wait and see about that. So, but let's continue on with our second unit. I mean, the one player that really stands out to me was Dalton Connect. Even though his shooting was not the best, he did manage to give us 19 points. I mean, this guy is on the rise. I mean, he has a lot of potential to really be something special in this league, especially for the Los Angeles Lakers, in my opinion. And I think I speak for everyone when it comes down to that. I mean, he has a lot of promise and a lot of potential to be a really good player in this league. I mean, 19 points. I mean, he's a definite scorer for the NBA level, and especially for the Los Angeles Lakers. And I really think he'd be like 6 man coming off the bench for us. I mean, I know Max Christie is in the mix with him, but at the same time, I mean, I think the more upside for me is Dalton Connect, especially when it comes to the lack of rotation when it comes to the small forward and power forward position, and even the center position as well, due to Vando still being out and Christian Wood. We're not even sure about his timeline when he will return. But when it comes down to that, those two guys are the missing links when it comes to the rotation. That's why we're probably going to see a lot of more effort coming from Dalton Connect in that particular positions as well, for him to step up for the Los Angeles Lakers, and it's shown in the preseason and even tonight. With 21 minutes out there tonight, uh, he kind of tells you that he is going to have a bigger role for our rotation going into the regular season. By the time the return of Vando and Christian Wood, they will he will be the guy for us to carry the load in that particular area of our rotation going into the regular season. So, but I'm loving what I'm seeing from him. I mean, hopefully we'll see more, and hopefully he gets a lot of eyes be drawn to him in the regular season, so he can be considered for maybe potentially Rookie of the Year. I mean, he wasn't in the rankings for it, but if he plays the way that he is and shows up and steps up and be a huge game changer for us for the rotation and helps us win games, he could get some attention going into the regular season and further into the regular season. So hopefully he keeps it up and shows up and steps up for the Lakers in the rotation going into the regular season. So really can't wait to see more out of him because he's a rising star in my opinion. So hopefully he shows up for us in the regular season. But with the rest of the players, not a lot of effort, in the shows tonight. They were just lacking in this game. Jackson Hayes had 4 points. I only had 2 rebounds. He did have 2 steals and 1 block, so let's give him some credit in that. But at the same time, we just need to see more effort from him when it comes down to the efforts defensively, in my opinion. And then you had Kem Reddish, who had 3 points out there tonight, shot 1 3. So, he only played for 8 minutes, though. And, he's not all I can say is we need to have a much better improvement in the rotation when it comes to the position uh, or maybe just find somebody to replace Cam Reddish because it's just not really working out for me. I mean, he just hasn't been the best for us in the rotation, and I think I speak for everyone when it comes down to that. So, but then in general, really, I mean, just the lack of effort in this game. I mean, Max Christie, he had a bad night. Went -10 and had 0 points in this game. Had 2 rebounds. Went 0 of 3 from the threes, 0 of 3 from the field. And he played for 16 minutes. I mean, his effort out there was just not the best. And and the list goes on. I mean, just everyone tonight, just in the rotations, other than Dalton Connect, really just didn't have the best game out there tonight. And that's just totally unacceptable. And hopefully, we will see more efforts from them with the 2 preseasons remaining. Then hopefully, things will start to have a much better visual going into the regular season. And because we already know what the starters are capable of being, but the main problem for us is the rotations, and the rotations is something that the Lakers have to surely make sure that they uh, you know, improve in that particular area of their game when it comes to them stepping up. So it is what it is at this moment. And, like I'm continuing to say this, I know I'm on the loop here by saying this. This is preseason. So we have to really not overreact to every single loss the Lakers have suffered in this preseason so far. So, because that's the regular season is where everything matters when it comes to stats, when it comes to wins and losses, and hopefully things will get have a much better view going into the regular season, and that's my hope. That's my hope. The Lakers will potentially end up being, hopefully, when it comes to their improvement in the regular season, because you can just tell that they're being very comfortable with how they play and the way the offense is much better in my opinion compared to last season with Darvin Ham. So you can tell there's a lot of enthusiasm and a lot of love for JJ Redick when it comes to them having confidence to show up and play for him. So, but when it comes down tonight, I mean, their efforts, it just seemed that it just wasn't their night when it comes to their efforts shooting wise. So, hopefully, it just improves more going into the preseason with 2 games remaining of the preseason, and hopefully going into the regular season, which begins next Tuesday. So, this is going to be, you know, hopefully a very exciting off season for us. But again, I like to go back to what I previously said when it comes to the improvements of the rotation trade wise. To I don't know, maybe Rob Pelinka will go into the regular season, and once December 15th approaches, then maybe there will be a trade in place to improve some of the players in the rotation when it comes down to it. But we just have to wait and see. I mean, it is. It's a bit of a question mark of how the big position will work going into the regular season. Like I said, I mean, Lakers are showing interest of improving in that particular area, and I made a whole video about it. If you guys want to go check it out, yeah, and also on the community tab on YouTube and also on social media, the Lakers did show interest in what's his name? Oh man, the name escapes me at the moment. But uh, Richardson, I believe Richards, I believe. So he has been a lot of interest for the Lakers when it comes to the Lakers trying to improve the big position. So at the moment, it's kind of hard to say, who the Lakers will target at the big position, but so far, it's just been yeah, Nick Richardson. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, Nick Richardson of the Charlotte Hornets. The Lakers have shown interest in him, and also they've shown interest in Jonas Valanciunas of the Washington Wizards. And there's this plethora of others, but at the moment, those are the two guys the Lakers had interest in, and they may revisit that once we reach December 15th, once all players are available for trade, and they'll hopefully make some type of judgment of maybe finding the right piece or the right fit to improve in that particular position, because it needs improvement without a doubt. Because the lack of defense once Anthony Davis is sitting out, it just completely diminishes. We saw a glimpse of that, I believe, in game 2 of the preseason, I believe, or maybe game 1. Actually, it was game 1 because we saw a rotation lineup at one point that JJ Redick put together was that there was more guards than it was, um, you know, bigs. And at one point, Rui Hachimura played the center position. So that tells you right there that the Lakers need to find an emergency big in the uh, in the trade market, hopefully this season to improve that. But we just have to wait and see because, like I said, Vando's still out, Christian Wood is still out, and we're not even sure about the status of uh, Christian Coloco. I mean, the whole reason Lakers signed him was that the injuries occurred during the off season. So, it was the priority in that the Lakers went after that. And for some reason, they just couldn't find, obviously, they couldn't have made any free agency moves because of the salary cap and all that. I mean, it's just been a disappointing off season for the Lakers in general. I mean, the worst one that I ever seen from the Lakers uh, in in Lakers history. I mean, never in my time I never seen the Lakers did not make any moves in free agency to improve the team. And once again, we're going with the same roster that we have going into the regular season, and it's just sad reality that this is the same old roster that will make the same old mistakes when it comes to the lack of shooting, when it comes to the lack of defense, offensive rebounding, and all that. So it's a sad reality, and but at the same time, I mean, with a new head coach and with a better leadership in the locker room, maybe things will be different. But we just have to maybe hope and wait, see what JJ Redick is all about when we reach the regular season. So this is a situation where it's a wait and see type of moment. But at the same time, I mean, it is. I don't know what I was trying to say there. I mean, I just said what I really had to say. So, it is what it is. So, guys, please be sure to comment in this live stream. Of course, follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. I think I said the gist of what I had to say about this horrible shooting night for the Los Angeles Lakers. And if you haven't yet, please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads as well. And of course, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell for more Lakers post game shows, especially when it comes to the regular season time. Um, I read your comments and give your thoughts and your opinions about the Lakers, and we have some really good conversation. I really enjoyed them in last off season. Last season, when it comes to my post game shows. So, if you want to have your comments displayed and give me go in depth into your reasoning and your thoughts, please be sure to comment, and I will read them out in every post game show. So I really appreciate all of you for joining me, and I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.